Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning in Melbourne this time. Is that where you are,
Yep.
Maria?
Yeah, that's right.
Morning in Melbourne. Um, Welcome back to the Love and Rockets Book Club on 22 Panels, where we will be discussing Love and Rockets issue 40. 40 issues in. How crazy is that, Marisol?
Mm,
That's insane.
Maria's only been here for like the last 21, but
hmm
but Marisol, 40 issues we've done
40 issues
now.
already.
You're an old hand
And
now, Marisol.
what a story it's been for 40 issues.
Yeah.
Because oh
And
my
and
God.
we wrap up Poison River here. We finally
Hmm.
get to see Maggie again.
Yeah.
And we've got a Mario story for the first time in like 37 issues.
Mm.
I feel like he had
Oh,
stories in the first three and maybe one more before now. Um, so what do we want to start with? I feel like I want to come to Chester Square last.
oh, okay. So
I know
we
it's
finished
first in
Poison
the book.
River.
Yeah, I know it's first in the book, but it's been so long since we've seen Maggie that I don't want to
Hmm.
start with her and like talk about Maggie for an hour and a half and then come back
Because we
to
will.
right, right. If we talked about Maggie for an hour and a half, I want to have already talked about the other stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
So
All
do we
right,
want to
let's do
start
that.
with somewhere in the tropics or do we want to start by ending Poison River?
Let's end Poison River then.
Okay, we'll go
That's
backwards.
right.
Yeah,
What
that
do you think,
works.
Marisol? Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea. Gotta
Okay.
scroll through now.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
do it Japanese style, backwards, like
Yeah.
right to left,
I
not
actually
backwards,
was
right to left.
I discovered that a couple of my friends generally read their comics and books backwards.
Okay.
Really?
That they're used to storytelling that starts with the punchline and then fills in the details. So they they tend to read from the back forward.
From the spoilers back to front.
Right.
Strange. Okay.
So yeah, Luba finds herself another strong man because that's what Luba
Yes.
does.
Well,
But
that's
but
that
but
would be
Ophelia finds herself
a gentleman,
a well,
uh,
I mean, is he a
a
gentleman or is he?
messiah
Yeah, he's a
type
messiah.
dude,
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
a cult leader, I guess.
yeah. So
a
yeah, that's
healer.
A
essentially
Jesus,
what
a
they're doing.
Jesus type.
This is uh this is this is their time in the woods, in the huts, um, with the opium.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which
It's
which which winds up being the final straw when Luba finds out that the reason that that the thing that has been given to Ophelia is making her feel better is because it's drugs. She's like,
drugs. I've been running
maybe
away from drugs all this time,
And then
maybe
here
not
they
so
are.
much.
and
Um,
yeah, it's an interesting time for Luba. She's- But she also kind of relaxes and
yeah, I mean it's definitely a level of relaxation for everybody.
Hmm.
yeah,
And
Um,
definitely a change of pace from being with Peter and
right,
his crew and his dad.
right,
yeah, for being kind of always under surveillance and being a bit of a prisoner in her own
right.
home, and yeah, she's the total opposite, isn't it? She was in the concrete jungle. Now she's in the literal jungle,
Hmm.
with the
Yeah.
natives and the nature people, and the dude with the enormous schlong, uh, and he sort of it's like a rebirth. They
Yeah.
bring her to the water, and makes love in the forest, and I guess he's Maricella's dad.
Yep.
But also, he's also is at the end. It's like a thing
Well, I
where
mean, he
he's
might be. It looks like she went after this young guy too. So I mean, there's
Hmm.
as is often the
he's her
case with
with
Luba,
yeah with Luba, yeah.
that there are multiple options.
Yeah. And this guy though, this big guy, the
Young
muscle
hot
guy.
guy or big former soldier hot guy.
Yes,
Um,
and was he involved in something like was is he an ex kind of death squad is what I'm
right,
trying to get at.
Yeah.
Because
right,
at the end when he's watching the people, um the mob kind
Hmm.
of uh, uh
Burning
attacking
his
the
people.
burning the ex soldiers, he's terrified, like that
Yeah,
could be
like
me.
right.
not only that, it looks like a full-on like possible PTSD episode he's got
Yeah,
from watching all
Yeah,
this.
oh for sure.
yeah,
Yeah. And Ophelia looks at him like does she recognize it? Is he one of the guys that attacked her and her friends? Is what I'm trying to work out.
right.
When she got raped, and
Yeah,
of course,
and her
I don't
friends
know
were
if they
murdered.
had masks on. And she looks a bit like she's the disillusioned with the whole thing at this point.
And
So
then
there's so many connections with everybody. I guess nobody's innocent, and
Hmm.
nobody's nothing is innocent in the world. The
No.
cults, the innocent people in the forest are not all innocent. You know, it's
already
A
running
rough
into
ending.
trouble.
nobody gets kicked out because
Yeah.
yeah.
So they get their trailer bathhouse.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
the
yeah, this
sign.
is where she starts before going to Palomar, right?
Right.
Yeah,
In Kovinik.
Kovini, which is Beto's wife's um, um, surname.
Okay.
That's her name,
Nice.
Kovini.
And you got the Oxnard, the
Oxnard.
Thanographics.
Yeah, yeah.
And we do get the three panel what happened to everybody in all of the gory detail.
Yes.
As they have
Serious
half a missing head,
payback.
yeah, a head underneath the body, and
Yeah,
a
because
guy
Archie
who
comes to visit, right?
lost all of his limbs.
Yeah. Yeah, so all that world is now everybody got her comeuppance, and
Yeah.
everybody that Luba knew has had really, uh, really gory ends.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
do.
And
Oh, in all fairness, none of them were very good people.
No,
oh no, but they were.
I do
And
love.
then we got the three kids, Jesus, and what was
Yeah,
that? Toko, and what's the third kid?
I don't remember right now.
Ooh,
From the beginning of the
Yeah.
Palomar stories. Luba.
I love when Luba dances with the kids.
Yeah, and she's
Like
happy.
like this panel right here, the center panel at the end of the story. That's
Mm. Yeah,
that's
Luba.
that to me is like the real Luba. And all of the rest of that is like when she's carrying the weight of the world family or whatever.
Womanhood.
Right. Right. Um,
Yeah.
and
The weight of
I love those moments where she
those
comes out.
boobs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like she
Yeah.
Yeah.
carries the weight of those boobs because she's just seen as this, body. And men are always sort of trying to bed her, and she's just this magnet for crap because of
But even then, you know,
because her physical presence.
we go from the happy dancing to, Marisol is still happy, Ophelia's a little bit happy, and Luba is very resigned in this last
Well,
one.
she's got that 1,000-yard stare,
Mhm. Like this is life now.
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah. And she's what? Is she even 18?
I think she said before she's about 18.
Yeah.
She'll be 18 or 20.
like
She's in
An
that
issue, I
range.
thought it was an issue or two ago. She was 18
Okay.
Yeah.
because she'd been with Peter since 16, 15, 16.
15.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's
So, yeah.
still quite young.
She's 18.
18 or 20, yeah.
19 tops.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of everything she's gone through.
With one baby, and I kind of like at the very, very end here at the bottom right corner of the last panel, you've got the little broken heart pieces back together again.
Yep. And I like the three boys still staring at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I guess that brings us to when she shows up in Palomar.
Yeah.
The first time we see her.
I think this is essentially, this leads into Heartbreak Soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because then she mentioned, Ophelia mentions in the left middle panel, which I thought was funny. You say these people cook up some crazy soup that's supposed to cure a
Yeah.
broken heart.
Yeah.
And isn't she in where is it? The tree. On page
So
43. That's not supposed to be the tree where they see all the ghosts, is it?
I don't think they're
no,
there
because they're
yet.
not in Palomar yet.
Yeah, they
Those
haven't.
in
Oh, that's
Palomar.
right.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have their issues. Next. Let's see Archie again.
That's where they um
Okay.
buried
Ophelia looking at Archie. Ophelia is not a fan of Archie at this point.
Nope. Hilarious, her face, and she's got the baby in her arms and a knife in one hand.
Yeah.
And you must be either deaf or tired of living, senor.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Mm.
I do love this, where she's helping with Ophelia's back and Marisol is in the bag hanging on the door.
Yeah.
Where's
Oh,
that?
that's
It's,
page
Oh,
45.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
And there's
see it.
Pedro
45.
again.
Yep.
Yep.
Pedro's still hanging out.
Last appearance of Pedro.
Yep.
This is such a good story, but so painful.
And it makes a lot of things about her behavior that we see in
Makes so much
Heartbreak
more
Soup and
sense.
beyond makes so much
Right.
sense.
Right. I mean, she's She's had to fend for herself from an early age,
Hmm.
and not just fend for herself, but like keep the wolves at bay.
Hmm. And married super young.
One of the wolves.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, she's had to learn so many lessons the hard
Yeah.
way.
And part of me feels like the only one who kind of didn't have ulterior motives or malicious intent towards her was Gorgo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He was
He like,
actually the only one.
yeah,
Yeah.
he genuinely looked out for her and
yeah,
got her out
yeah.
when she needed to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gorgo's an interesting character.
he's weird, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but he
Yeah.
seems the most genuine out of that whole group.
Well, and like dangerous as hell.
Yes. Even as an old man, he's
Right.
still got it.
Right. I love how the music floats across the panels.
Hmm.
Hmm.
For that matter, I just noticed it starts way up at the top.
Yeah. Where's that music coming from?
Got to be coming from the town.
From the caravan? No.
Yeah.
Is it coming from the top left there?
Oh yeah, it might
Looks
be.
like it's
Yeah,
coming
coming from the car. Yeah,
from
the truck.
the truck. Yeah.
Mm.
It's her own soundtrack.
Yep.
Mm.
Bittersweet
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
Ophelia
And
and
Well,
Luba and Baby make
or,
three.
yep. Bittersweet ending, which is really a beginning, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And I forget, that's how they show up in Palomar, right? Just the three of them?
right.
Or did Luba
Yep.
have another baby?
Uh,
I mean, this is, I think,
hmm.
them showing up in Palomar.
I think when we meet them at the very beginning, I can't remember actually, but she might have had more babies by then, but
No, it was just
no.
Maricela because I remember because it's
Yeah,
I think Maricela and Guadalupe is the next
right.
after her, but
Ah, okay.
Guadalupe is Heraclio's
With
daughter.
Heraclio. Yeah,
Right.
right.
Hmm.
So yeah, she just had
Okay.
Maricela coming into Palomar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this last page where they're thanking all the comic shops that they went to on their signing tour.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Funny how
I love
artists
that little
see themselves.
that bottom bubble on the right. If we left anybody out, it's only because we forgot or lost your name or forgot the spelling. But you'll
Right.
let us know, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute.
All right. So
Let's take a look at somewhere in the tropics.
I
Um,
gotta say, I was very confused by this story. I didn't quite get it until the very end
yeah.
when the reveal happened of who Anina was. It was a bit confusing in the storytelling.
Well, and it's a really heavy line,
Hmm.
which made it a little bit harder for me to follow along too. I like the crisp line that I mean Gilbert have.
Yeah.
I I feel like I was still a bit confused by this story, just reading through it. And again, because of life circumstances, I only read through it once, so I haven't
Right.
reread it.
Yeah.
But it was strange to me. It wasn't bad. It was just weird and slightly confusing.
Well, I mean, it seems to be commentary on I mean, with the soda pop and the
Yes, but the imperialism and
it's about American imperialism in Central or South America.
Hmm.
yeah,
Um,
it just was yeah, it was confusing. It's a bit confusing, the storytelling. I found it very hard, a little bit hard to follow, and um yeah, just the look of the characters. Obviously Mario, doesn't have um the constant drawing that the other two, the Pedro and Jaime,
yeah,
have,
no,
so
Hmm.
he
yeah,
hasn't developed the, like Jaime can draw Hopi in any kind of any he can draw a character in any, at any angle,
right,
and you
Yeah.
know that's that character, and you can recognize the character. And also Beto, even though Beto is more cartoony or whatever, you can recognize the characters. I mean, I don't know what he said, the character design as well. You
yeah,
know, he maintains a consistency because it's also about character design and how you design a character and the patterns that you put in their clothing, and you make it's a design thing so
Hmm.
that you recognize the pattern and you, oh, that's that character. It was very difficult to recognize who is that talking,
right.
and sometimes people were facing away from camera, if you like, and you're like,
Hmm.
oh, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
And because the names don't, you have to remember everybody's name and who's that
Yeah, there's
taking whom where.
almost too many characters for a story this short.
Yeah, and it was really
Um,
complicated
It's a lot
right,
story. It was
happening
very,
in a short span of
right.
pages.
I mean,
yeah, but there's also a lot, like, yeah, there's also a lot happening in a Beto story, but somehow, it kind of, yeah,
I mean,
and
I
this had
sometimes,
a twist at the end, and you're gonna went, oh, okay,
right.
that's what was happening. But
I sometimes wonder when I'm reading Mario's stuff if if it's kind of a Godfather 3 problem where
uh-huh,
if you watch The Godfather Part 3 and don't think of it as a Godfather movie, it's a pretty good mob movie. As a Godfather
uh-huh,
movie, it sucks. Um,
right.
so I wonder, I wonder if like this was a story in an anthology that didn't have anything from Jaime and Beto, if it would stand out more.
Right,
If it would be easier to really take it in.
right.
Um,
You
I
mean in
mean,
comparison to their stuff?
right. But
Mm.
when you've just read a phenomenal Jaime story and you're reading to get to the end of Poison River,
Hmm.
um, it's hard to sometime I'm gonna have to like really like sit back and just read Mario stories uh,
Mm.
and see if I look at them differently. Um, because when I'm looking at panels, he's got skill. I love his
Oh yeah,
shadows.
yeah.
I love the detail.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know if he's as good of a storyteller.
Yeah, no, like I
And
said,
and and it's again, it's hard to even be fair in critiquing his storyteller telling because he's sandwiched between two absolute masters. You
yes,
know,
of course, yeah, yeah, maybe,
it's
yeah.
it's not here's a decent comic and here's a decent comic and here's a Mario story. It's
Mhm.
here is one of the greatest comics ever drawn and then a Mario story and then another one of the greatest comics
Another
ever
one of the
drawn.
words coming. Yeah, I know it is pretty unfair, to be honest. Yeah,
um
but Yeah.
I mean, I always like, and I think that it's changed over time because people have gotten used to Tom upping his game for one shots as part of anthologies, but like for a long time, every time Tom King had one story in like an event type thing, he like would just do the total mic drop, DC versus Looney Tunes. Oh, they were fun. And then you read Batman and Elmer Fudd, and it's like, what the hell was everybody else doing? This is amazing. you know.
Yeah.
The Commandy Challenge was great. And then you got Tom King and Kevin Eastman's story, and it's like, uh what the hell was everybody else
Yeah.
doing? know. Um, so yeah, it's so hard to so hard
Yeah.
to
We're
compare work to begin with, but it's even harder when they're right next to each other,
yeah.
you know. That's how I almost always feel about Mario stories.
Yeah. I have to say, I remember when I used to buy these, and I would probably skip Mario's first, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
well, I mean,
I could, because I've told you how I am. If the art doesn't grab me, I was like, no, you
there's
know,
that, but there's also, I mean, seriously, if
Mhm.
it is very
I'm
cruel,
trying,
but
if I was picking up this comic in real time, and it was the first time I was reading Chester Square, and it was the first time I was reading Poison River, and I'd been waiting the 4 or 5 months since the last issue to
exactly.
see
Well,
what
there
was
was that.
going on. Oh my God. I would have gotten the Mario story. I would have looked at it for 30 seconds and gone, I'm coming back to it. Except that by the time I
Yeah.
got to the end of Poison River, I'd just be sitting there going,
Absorbing
Yeah,
it for a good long while.
yeah,
you know, um,
yeah, and you might go back to Mario's story, but
so
yeah,
yeah, no, at some
maybe
maybe at the
later.
end
Yeah,
of the first 50, we should take an episode to like really devote to Mario stories.
yeah.
Um, at least if we read them and decide that we'll say nice things, because I don't like saying not nice things, and I always feel
No,
like I'm
I
saying
know.
not nice things about Mario.
No, it's not fair
Like I
because, as
promised
you
to the
say,
listeners, we're not trying to be
and
mean.
Well, and
no,
I'm looking at this front page here, and again, just from a strictly artistic standpoint, I love this top image.
and it's a lot of work. Like, I look at it and I go, "What have I done?" I look at myself and
Right.
I go, "Who am I to bloody,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I mean,
say
I mean,
anything really?"
Yeah.
And I
I
guess
love
a
I
big
love the depth, the
scene with
crowd, the fact that you've got a
crowd,
whole
yeah.
city behind it, as you look through this corner, you know,
So yeah, absolutely. Like,
it if it
this
was a
is
painting,
a
I'd be all
mammoth.
over it.
It's a mammoth amount of work to do these
Right.
many pages and finish a whole story with
Right.
inking and everything. And I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like, who am I to be saying
Right.
absolutely
Right.
anything?
Like, who are we
It's
to
just,
criticize?
Well, and I mean
yeah,
this boardroom. I mean, I love this table.
yeah,
The more I break him down, the more individual parts I like. They
Mhm.
just
yeah,
don't quite coalesce for me. Uh,
yeah.
and I
I
can't.
just say I really tried, and I read through it. I read it because I'm just trying to be honest that, at the time when I bought these issues, I probably didn't read it. I
Mhm.
probably skipped it because I probably saw the art and I went, meh, and I read
Right.
Jaime's and things, and I didn't probably read it because I don't remember it. And now I did make the effort and I read it, and I still found it a bit confusing to read.
Yeah.
And
No.
but
I mean.
I got the thing at the end. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
the uh Anina was the ruler of the place, and she had gone in there incognito and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know And I thought I have to read again so that I understand what was going on, because there were some very confusing passages where I was like, oh, and I can see where the errors were in the storytelling. I thought if he had just been a little bit clearer here and here, where he, if he had just drawn this person facing forward and where we could have seen who it was. And if she was a main character, she should have been drawn more clearly in certain parts. I mean, not to telegraph her, but just, yeah,
For us to better identify her in the story.
yeah, so that I don't know, so that subliminally she would have been more of a presence, I think. Because there were this group of kids, and you're like, I don't know, you don't pay attention who they are, because you're not invested in who they are, because they're like these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't a bad story, just confusing to read.
But
And the
yeah,
detail
I mean,
of the
Spider-Man,
artwork was lovely.
yeah, it's a lot of work, and
It is so much, and it shows a lot of talent in his artwork.
it must be annoying because he's the one that encouraged the other,
Yeah, he's the one that got
Beto and
them.
Jaime.
I think he
got him into comics.
bankrolled the first issue.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, he was older, and he had already. I think he was already married and stuff, wasn't he?
Right.
Or something like that. Like he was already, he was already an adult, and he was like, I don't have time to do this stuff, and you guys do.
Right. Chester
Yeah.
Square.
Oh my God. I remember reading this at the time and being shocked that Maggie just decided to.
This is really a turning point for Maggie. This is Maggie. Maggie trying to figure out who she is.
Yeah.
When she's
Maggie
not
on her own,
following anybody around.
Yeah, Maggie just
I love this first
left
page.
to her own
This,
devices.
like desolate side of the road, side of the highway, laundromat, beer, wine, and Jaime, missing an E, missing an A. Chester Square with the cube.
Yeah. Yeah, just a sort of old motel in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I think they're in Texas because it seems like they're near the oil wells.
Right.
Yeah. And that's where like this bar is where they come when they've got a break. Or they stay at the hotel while they're doing their thing, and they got their prostitute who's immediately jealous of Maggie because
Think
she thinks she's a prostitute,
taking her business.
She assumes she's competition.
Yeah. So and Maggie's just minding her own business, and everybody's in her business. Everybody's
like, who is she? What's she doing here?
Yeah, so annoying.
The two old harpies that run the place.
Yeah. Yeah, all assuming stuff.
Yeah. the young dumb security guard.
And then there's Enero, Febrero, and whatever all those dudes.
Yeah.
The Mexican guys.
They're. I mean, it's either. I feel like it's like seasonal oil hand help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Mexican guys.
They clearly.
They're
right. They come up to
migrant
make some money
workers,
and then right.
And there were those guys that were in that,
Yeah,
it is established later.
Mexico. I got another little one on the way.
Yeah.
Maggie's just
Oh,
dumb and broke.
Yeah.
yeah,
And one of the guys recognizes her.
yeah,
Does he?
Yeah, I
yeah. He does
forget
from when
his
she,
name, but yeah, in California, he recognized her
Okay.
yeah,
from
when she
there
fixed the truck.
Okay,
for
that's
him and
right.
Remember
his
the,
brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, because it. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. Um, yeah, she fixed the truck, the
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
the truck, and they were all fascinated by the girl mechanic.
Right.
Um,
And the other two passed out drunk at the table. Uh, that's
uh,
funny.
and what else? What else have we got here? There's my
Now, she
favorite.
sleeps with the security guard
Yep.
and
Well,
he
she
leaves
tries
her
to sleep
money.
with. She tries to sleep. Well, that's the thing. Well, the Enero or whatever his name is, or Febrero. Enero, the Mexican guy. She tries to. She he gets to talking to her because he finally says, "Oh, I recognized you," and finally somebody's being nice to her, so she kind of decides to sleep with him. But then he says, "Oh, I haven't got any money," so she kind of that kind of kills the moment.
Yeah.
And then she decides to sleep with the guard, and then he leaves her money, which is
Right.
also a bit insulting. He's
A
like,
little
oh
bit.
God,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So everybody just assumes any woman who wants to have sex, she wants money. Yeah.
Yeah.
um, it's which is pretty sad.
And then everybody
I love
leaves at the
that.
end.
My favorite panel, I'm gonna back it right now, is page 9 in the middle. Can we have a look at that? Which is when she says, "So fucking stupid, so goddamn fucking stupid," and falls on the bed. It's just
No, she just
gorgeous.
flopped that on the bed.
Yeah.
That one, yeah, I love that. It is so beautiful.
Oh, you just feel so bad for her, poor thing.
Yeah,
She's not having an easy time.
Maggie and Luba have
a
so much
similar
in common
problem,
in
don't
Hmm.
they?
terms of
Yeah,
being amazing and
and they're always objectified,
Yeah.
aren't they? Like people, men just objectify them, and they project their stuff onto them.
uh,
That's what it is.
but also they just don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't come by
Well,
that
they've
honestly,
Mm.
but I mean, Maggie has so much going for her.
mhm.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
she's a
why?
mechanic. She's
Except
like,
that she's
She's
not right
smart.
now. It's like she stops being a mechanic and she
Yeah.
yeah,
never
Like she's smart, she's got friends,
right.
and now she's in a mess.
I mean, and
yeah,
it takes her so long in general to
yeah.
she'll get there,
Yeah, she's
Mm.
gotta hit a
but
couple lows first.
But yeah, she's
it's still I mean, she's 20 years older now and still sometimes deals with it.
Yep.
Spoiler
mm,
alert.
Oh
right.
no.
Mm. I love it
Oh,
when she's kind of play acting she's put the garters on and she's like playing
yeah.
acting seduction and someone knocks on the door
Yeah.
and she's like ah. It's great. Oh god, that's hilarious.
That's
That
funny.
face that she gets.
How about the end here though, where the bus goes right by
Yeah, She's stranded again.
Yeah.
And she's still here.
I think that last panel might be my favorite just because it's so empty other than like the little background that we have here, the like little hills in the distance
Right.
and Maggie sitting on her suitcase.
Yeah,
And
that's a
it
great
at least for
panel.
me, it gives really the feeling that she is all alone right now
Yeah.
Yeah,
with nothing and no one.
yeah. Stranded.
And I like how they have the words the end actually in the panel and not just like off in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that has to be my favorite panel of this issue.
I am going to be really weird. I thought it was going to be one of Jaime's.
All right.
And my God, I could do so many Jaime's. But while we were talking
I know.
about Mario's, I kept
Mhm.
looking at this
Oh,
very first panel in Mario's story, and I love the the kind of not as sharp lines, more blurred city in the background. I love the billboard. I love the banners.
cool.
Um, I'm giving Mario's top panel my
Awesome.
my
Nice.
my pick just because I again we won't belabor it. It didn't deliver the way we would hope. Mario's just not the storyteller that his brothers are.
Mhm.
Um, Probably just because he doesn't have as much experience. Um,
No, he didn't have time. He
right,
had life to deal with,
right.
and
But
I understand that.
but looking at just this panel,
Yeah,
I want to know what the story's going to be.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's a good
Yeah.
establisher. Yeah,
It's a
totally.
great establishing shot.
Yeah,
Uh, even talking about the union elections and the hope and the loosening of the heavy grip and you know the official state soft drink Blick, and there's the sign right there.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm definitely that panel alone. Um, for that matter, I love the palm tree for the tropics. That's a cool logo.
Yeah.
mm,
If you made that into a sticker, I would put it on my comic box. You know,
mm.
so for all the shit we gave the story, I'm still gonna give Mario's first panel my favorite panel of this issue,
Excellent.
and only partially because I couldn't choose between like 3 dozen of Jaime's and 2 dozen of
And
Beto's.
yeah, yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, they both had. I mean, I loved the Luba dancing. I love the opening shot in Jaime. I love all of
yeah.
Maggie
No,
alone in the hotel room figuring out
I
what's
know.
next. Um, so I'll give my official shout out to Mario's.
Yep.
And yeah, this was a gorgeous panel here. Like I said, a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a good establisher for sure. Yeah. It's it tells a lot. It says a lot in the. It's a
I mean, as a
lot of
writer,
work.
it's the type of picture that you can look at and decide to write a story about,
Yeah.
Mm.
or to kick off a story from. I mean, for that matter, everything else, and then look at these two clearly white tourist people just watching from the bar.
Mm.
You get the rich white,
Oh, with the sunglasses. Yeah.
yeah, the
Hmm.
rich
Yeah.
white vacationing tourists. Oh, look at the rioters, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it all. Yeah,
It's
for sure.
terrible.
But it is, you know.
Yeah.
When
And for that
someone
matter, I mean,
playing,
even the backpackers, uh, are they? They're like they're tourists. They think that they're there to help out, but they're tourists.
Yeah.
They're college
They don't know
kids that
anything.
yeah, they're college kids that, oh, we'll go join the resistance and then we'll come back at the end of spring break.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
He's like,
totally.
no, that's not how that works.
Um
And they got the big reality check with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, I mean he's got uh, you know he could tighten up both his visual and his verbal storytelling, but there's a cool story here, you
Mm.
know.
yeah,
Contrasting the actually living the life in the imperial society versus the oh, we're gonna go help out because
Yeah.
we feel bad that our daddy's company probably was part of this. You know, I
yeah.
mean, what wasn't there a point where one of them said that, or one of the uh there was one frame. Didn't it turn out that like one of the one of the actual native people was also a student, but this is where he went home, not where like there was yeah, I
Mhm.
go to school in the States like you guys. I'm on break, but I couldn't miss this election for anything. So he came down to vote.
Mhm.
Mm.
They came down to like
They could have
I
to
mean,
Be
observe, didn't
tourists.
they?
right. I mean they're kind of like the dad
They should.
slash documentary filmmaker in Love and Rockets X, the Beto
Yeah.
story just finished.
Mm-hmm.
Or for that matter, the guy who went to Palomar to do his photo shoot of how
Yeah,
grubby they were.
yeah. The Miller guy, Mr. Miller.
Let's
Yeah.
go. And we do. We have such a problem. I mean, I see it so often right now with the Gaza conflict where oh, but it was so horrible, 1,700 people died. And I'm like, yeah, and now 30,000 have.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
more each
not
day.
saying that anything was good there, but like two wrongs don't make a right, and like 50 wrongs really don't make a right.
No.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
know?
no,
Ah.
that's right. Yeah, when
Uh,
does it end? Where does it end? It's
and
anyway.
we just
We're just standing by, looking at,
Mhm.
just
I
just
I
letting it
I
happen. That's the worst part.
I hate the level of like how easy it is for even people who aren't how to put this, people who don't think of themselves as racist, people who aren't even really racist,
Mhm.
but when they don't have to think about it. I mean, how
Mm,
big of an issue have we managed to make the border? And don't get me wrong, it is a big issue, but it's not a big issue because it's putting this nation in jeopardy. It's a big
Yeah.
issue because we've got a lot of people coming at once because where they're coming from sucks and it's
Yeah.
bad and it sucks because of us.
Yeah.
Most
We
of the time,
actually
yeah.
need the workers. The problem isn't that people are coming over the border. The problem is that we're not devoting resources to helping them when they get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the US. Why would they help anyone?
Well, but I mean, even if we're being, how much have people been complaining, or particularly, you can't find work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that nobody wants to work. It's that people who can work are already working.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
need labor.
Yep.
There's a really strong economic argument that the reason the United States has recovered from the pandemic better than our peer nations is because of immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is. You got all
Yeah,
this cheap
there
labor,
are
man.
people to keep everything
Every
going.
Right.
every time I see me and my partner watching those shows, renovations and stuff, and we're always looking at all the Mexicans doing all the work,
Yeah.
and we see that, and they always show how much they spent on the renovations, and we go, my God, that would cost so much more in Australia because we pay our workers, the the rich
livable
people
wage.
here
Wait a minute.
are
Wait a
the
minute. You mean
listen to me.
carpenters
Yeah.
deserve more than minimum wage?
I know because the rich people
Blasphemy.
here are the carpenters, the builders, the carpenters, the plumbers, the electricians are the rich people here. Okay, and
What?
we look at
What? What
the
about the
American shows.
stockbrokers?
We look at the American shows and we're like, what? They only spent $60,000 and they renovated the whole house, and we're like, that would cost like $300,000. You know.
Damn.
And why? Because they got all these Mexicans doing all the work. It's just, we
God,
just
that's
laugh and go,
insane.
and then they complain because they got all these illegals coming in. And it's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, keep
Who
complaining,
just
man.
built your fucking house, dude?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Who
And
who
then they go,
who
oh no, oh
harvests
the
our
maid,
crops?
yeah, who looks after your
Harvests our
children while
crops?
you go
Who
and
busses
Oh
work
my
our
and
God.
make money?
tables?
Speaking of the crop harvesting thing, had you guys seen what was it? I think it was a news thing. I've seen videos about it where there were some like white people who had been unemployed in like farming areas, and they had come to like try out for not even a full day what it was like to, pick the fruit in the fields.
Uh,
They didn't last like 2 hours, I think. And
yeah.
they were
Well, I
going
mean,
super slow. It was backbreaking work where you see
Hmm.
all the other, like everyone else working in the field, all the Mexicans. They're like
this
boom,
is
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom,
this
boom,
is
getting everything
why
done.
most white people who harvest things, they pay to do it. They
Hmm.
they pay to go to their apple farm or their cherry farm or whatever, and they spend their hour leisurely picking apples and then pay for the bucket.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's like and they eat them themselves.
Right,
Like, oh yeah,
right.
I picked
Give
it,
them
I
to
eat it.
friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
um,
Anyway,
What a world we live in,
oh, we
guys.
laugh,
What a world we
we
live in.
laugh. We're like, geez.
it just makes me sad that those are. I actually saw a great number, and of course, the the it was reading an article recently, and she was talking about when she'd been in an Ivy League school. And she didn't name it, but it was being published through a reputable enough news source that I know that everything is going to be backed up. They just decided to make it a more general story.
Mhm.
But she talked about how at one point the student newspaper had managed to get the breakdown of SAT scores by demographic category.
Mhm.
And the Asian kids had the highest SAT scores, followed closely by the Hispanics,
Mhm.
and then the black
Right.
kids, and then the indigenous kids, and then the white women. And the white men had, on average, scores just barely over the minimum threshold required for the Ivy League school.
Wow.
Oh, really?
But of course, when the student newspaper printed this, the response was that the alumni went ballistic and the editorial staff got fired.
Damn.
Wow.
So
Just for speaking facts.
remember that the next time anybody sits there going, oh,
It's whatchamacallit,
they only got in because of affirmative action.
Yeah.
affirmative action, right?
No.
Like, oh no.
I mean,
Statistically, he's smarter
maybe
than you.
maybe because the school would have happily only had white males, even though they weren't as good candidates.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes. Well, and then there's the legacy admissions, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And legacies.
But yeah,
It
no,
can be,
I mean, it was an article about like the level of entitlement involved in a lot of Ivy League males.
Mhm.
yeah.
You know, some of whom, she said she had classmates that like were open about the fact that they hadn't done any schoolwork since kindergarten.
Wow.
Wow.
Their tutors
Did their assignments.
had been doing it for them
Wow.
since first grade.
Hell no.
Wow.
Well, that's what you call privilege.
This is how Donald Trump goes to Wharton. This is how Brett Kavanaugh goes to Harvard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's no way Donald Trump went to
No, God, no.
university when he's on married because he's a fucking idiot. I've said it on the radio.
He's so dumb it's not even funny. So dumb it's not even.
Shout it from the rooftops, Maria.
I mean, he honestly seems to think that a cognitive test, that the test to prove that you don't have dementia, is a hard test to pass, and most of his followers couldn't pass it, which, to be fair, might
Probably
be
not.
true
Yes,
when he's talking to
true.
his audience.
For
Oh
sure.
my God.
Jimmy Kimmel actually did a great thing yesterday where, or I think it was yesterday, sometime this week, where he sent some of his staff out to a Trump rally and had them ask questions from the citizenship test.
Oh, I think I've seen clips of that.
And oh my God, was it
That was funny.
hilarious and like completely depressing.
Yes. But I mean, if you don't,
all these people
cry,
saying
so.
the biggest problem is, so how many amendments does the Constitution have? What are the first 3 words in the Constitution? In God we trust.
It was painful to watch.
It was incredibly painful.
Hilarious, and like you said, also a bit sad.
Yeah, it was
like, oh, I fear for the future.
It was special. It's
a big yikes. But again, if you don't laugh about it, you cry.
And that, I mean, in some ways, reading Love and Rockets during the Trump era, which, oh my God, is going into its 8th year now. Because somehow, even with Biden as president for the last 4 years, it feels like it's still the Trump era, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm telling you, shit hasn't been the same since 2016.
I would say 2015, but certainly since 2016. we had a moment where if things had gone right, we might have gotten back to normal.
And then that kind of floundered.
Right. So
Oh, what a mess. What a mess.
yeah. So crazy. But Love and Rockets is still coming out.
Which
Anybody
is
listening right
insane to
now,
me. But
I
they're
want to
still
say I want
going.
to say issue 16 of volume 4 is actually on final order cutoff. So if you want to start your Love and Rockets collection today, make certain your comic shop knows. And yeah. So
It still blows my fucking mind that they've been going on for so long
it's
with
great.
all these characters.
It's great.
And we get to see them through their life and
sometime next year, hopefully we'll catch up.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how many weeks we miss. It might be the year after.
Yeah, because life happens, and
exactly.
Sometimes we need a break.
So let me take us out here, and then we'll chat for a couple minutes, and then we'll all have dinner or breakfast in Maria's case.
Yes.
For Maria and Marisol, I'm Tad, and this has been the Love and Rockets Book Club on 22 Panels. We will see you after the next page.
You are recording, aren't you?
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panelspodcast.